And like some of you know, I am a fan of horror movies. So you can tell from my voice that I'm excited about this movie. The title of this movie is Pope's Exorcist. Russell Crowe played the role of the chief exorcist who uses unconventional methods to perform exorcism. Now, the Vatican disapproved of his methods and tried to unseat him, but he ignored them because he knows what they do not. And also, the Pope, who actually made him the chief exorcist, supports him, and he thinks he can handle difficult, complicated demonic possessions.
This is a formal hearing, and as agreed, proceedings will be undertaken in English.
Allora, andiamo.
In this clip, you can see he was in front of a panel for a formal hearing. They were talking about an exorcism he performed many years ago that didn't follow the protocol. He didn't even get permission to do it in the first place. And somehow he kind of like channeled the demon into a pig, and then killed the pig. These people do not understand. They do not agree that demons exist. So they actually want to get away from this exorcism practice. So they're just like, anything he does, they just pick on it and they're trying to get him out of doing it entirely. But he doesn't want to stop. He disagreed with them.
That's what I did.
Why would you do that?
Exorcism is my job. But the vast majority of the cases to which I am assigned do not require an exorcism. They just need a little conversation.
So while he was still under investigation with the Vatican, the Pope, who actually made him the chief exorcist, sent him on this complicated task that there's a boy who was possessed by a very strong, violent, angry demon. And, he wanted him to go and take care of the kid because he feels like he's the only one who can confront him. But what no one tells this priest is that this demon came particularly for him, right? He wanted revenge. This was not just any other possession. This is like a very strong demon that wanted to teach the priest a lesson.
Who are you?
Your worst fear. I am your demise.
Why are you possessing this boy?
'Cause it feels so good to ruin such innocent flesh. But I prefer the challenge of an exorcist's soul.
You only serve to diminish yourself.
Don't let...
One thing about this boy's case is that Father Gabriel is used to dealing with people with mental illness. He doesn't really know that's what they have. Sometimes the Catholic Church calls him to go and cast out a demon, and when he gets there, he realizes that there's no demon, right? That this is just a mental health issue. So he there's a baseline that he uses to gauge what's going on. The first thing he does is try to play some mind games with the so-called demon to see whether it's actually a demon or just someone who just acting crazy, right? So he sometimes try to play a joke on them or try to ask them their name or what, why they're there, what they want. And based on that response, he would know for real that, okay, this person is here on a mission or this person is just kidding around. So in this particular scene, the demon told Father Gabriel that he is not some demon he would put in a pig. Now, at the beginning of this movie, there was a man who was acting crazy like he was possessed by a demon, and Father Gabriel was invited to cast out the demon. So what he did was they brought a pig into the room. So when Father Gabriel looked at him, he felt like this man was not possessed by any demon. He probably had mental health issues that, but he needed to play some psychology on him to make him believe that he was casting out the demon, right? So what he told the boy to transfer the demon in him to a pig if he's actually real. He kind of like pushed him to do it, right? And then this pig squealed, made a loud noise because of the chaos in the room, and then the guys shot the pig in front of him and the man collapsed, right? So now the Pope is telling the guy, you are saved, God has rescued you, you no longer have, you're free now. But he knows that this man, this is the only way to get him to get well, because then the man would feel like, okay, so the demon in me is gone. So now it's up to me to be better, right? So another interesting part of this movie is that this house that this family occupied was inherited by the woman's husband's mother. But this house have a strong history and very dear to the Vatican. So underneath this house, in the basement, there's a whole new, a hidden, sealed off corner where demons and possessions and stuff happened. So some rituals were performed there. In fact, nobody even knew that place existed. Not until this father started digging around, finding out why is this demon after this boy. That was when he kind of like sniffed around and got to the basement, broke a wall, came into this other section, and then discovered something very important about the demon he's trying to fight. And, if you've watched Exorcist movies, you understand that to attack or to, get rid of a demon, the first step is to know their name. So now what the Father Gabriel and his partner discovered downstairs was what this devil wanted, who he is, and most importantly, his name. So that kind of helped him. So while he was here attacking his sister and mom, Father Gabriel and his partner downstairs kind of discovered his name. And when they said his name, it's kind of like he froze. He had his mom up on the wall, pinned her there, trying to choke her, and also trying to twist his sister's neck, and also attacked the Vatican Pope all the way in Vatican City. But this is not where this movie ends. I just wanted to let you guys know this is just the middle of it, and there's more action coming. But I tell you, this is one of the best movies you're going to see this year.
His name, the King of Hell.
If you're not a horror fan, then forget about it. And lastly, here's Father Gabriel's best quote. He said, "Remember, when we jeer at the devil and tell ourselves that he does not exist, that is when he is happiest. He does exist. That is if you believe. If not, that's fine." Thank you for listening, and I hope you subscribe.